Anyway, let's move on to the big one, the big event. Saturday, the 29th of July. It's finally happening. Let's not just get too excited just yet. Let's wait until the ring walks. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. It's been however many years in the making, do we think? 3, 4
Some will say
years?
4, some will say 6. I don't for some reason.
Maybe 6 is a stretch, but yeah,
Yeah.
this has been a long time coming. It's possibly the biggest fight in the sport. We're all excited for it. I'm excited for it. Alex, you go first on this one. Give us your thoughts, predictions. Go on.
Man, so you got Terence Crawford, three division former undisputed lineal champion at 140. He had the ring champion at 135. What is he on, a 10, 11, 12 knockout streak? And I think he's knocked out 7 or 8 straight KOs at welterweight. Seems to have everything you could want in a fighter. He's athletic. He's got power. He's got speed. He's got footwork. He's a mean guy when he's in there. And he's facing, even though he's so accomplished, he's never faced anything like an Errol Spence. You're talking about a dude that's coming. He's gonna push forward. He puts on this pace and maintains it, and never looks like he's dropping in his gas tank. It just always seems full, and that it's all the way up on those RPMs on that meter. He's a guy that's gonna, a former Olympian. People used to believe he had such a great jab, and he's shown that he's a lot more than that. That if he's strong, he's gonna try to bull through you. The thing he keeps repeating is, I'm gonna break his will. We're gonna see if he can take it. And he's all 3 belts he has. He's taken it from champions. Went over there to Sheffield in front of 30,000 people and broke Kell Brook's other side of his face. Sean Porter was definitely seemed to be his toughest fight, and he went out there and Sean took his jab away, and he showed what a dog is. Sean Porter was seen as a dog. Well, he seemed to be the bigger dog, and maybe like he calls himself the big fish, and going ahead and taking another face, another broken face, and Denis Ugas. After all these long layoffs, he had like one fight in like 3 years, and had a scary moment. When his mouthpiece came out and he took a clean shot. It's like it woke him up. It woke up that shark that he claims he is. So, 2 of the best fighters in the world. I truly believe the winner of this should be considered #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, and I look forward to it. I was known as Big Fish Vega, but I can say that I had an epiphany, and I just said, man, you know what? When it comes down to it, this fight is going to come down to skills, and I believe Terence Crawford is the better skill fighter. I got Terence, taking over in the mid-late rounds and actually stopping Errol Spence.
Wow. Okay, that's a big shout. Nice. Joshua, your turn.
Yeah, this is one of those fights, not unlike Mayweather Pacquiao, maybe even you thinking going back Leonard Hearns, maybe even or Leonard Hagler, where it's hard to find individuals who are in lockstep. The pros aren't in lockstep, the fans aren't in lockstep, those that talk about boxing. I mean, it's going so many different ways. There are some who are super definitive on their side as far as who they think is going to win, but you have others who is just as steadfast. It's just going to be one of those fights that I hope lives up to the hype. I too have leaned towards the side of Crawford. I just feel like he has that extra or something on the skill set side, and there's different wrinkles that we've got to see a lot more as far as him coming up from lightweight. But that being said, the size is very much apparent. Errol Spence, he is definitely the bigger fighter, and we know that he is vicious to the body. It'll be interesting to see how Crawford handles such, and if it goes to the trenches, how he responds. But that being said, from what I've seen just through it all, while both of them have that dog in them, Crawford, man, he just has a mean streak, and he's that type of guy where I just don't see his will breaking at any point. And by that same token, I don't think that he's going to get Spence out of there. So I'd imagine this goes to decision, and hopefully it's without controversy, but, knock on wood, I think that's asking a lot. That being said, I just hope it's a great fight that we all enjoy, can talk back on, and makes it worthy of a rematch, right? Because at this level, it would be good to get a rematch, because it's been a long time where we had two of the best in the division like this and considered to be two of the top 2 to 3 pound for pound rematch in a fight. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Unless
agreed.
you consider Canelo Triple G, I guess you could throw that in there kind of somewhat. But this right here, definitely for supremacy in the sport.
Yeah, like I say, if it's a competitive fight, then yeah, a rematch would be absolutely fine because whether these go after this fight, they could move up and fight other people, but this is pretty much their defining fights of their careers, isn't it? For me, I'm gonna make it a clean sweep. I think that Terence Crawford's gonna win as well. I just think he just does the offensive stuff slightly better. Errol Spence is a great, well-rounded fighter, but I think Terence Crawford has just got that mean streak in him, and he can just take people out. Errol Spence can possibly sometimes hold back a little bit, whether he would do in this fight. He should do, because he should throw everything at it. But yeah, I've got Terence Crawford. I think it's going to be a decision, although if it could be an accumulation type of stoppage, maybe later on if Errol Spence is marking up around the face and stuff like that. But I'd go with a Terence Crawford on points. And just as you boys was talking there, I was getting the odds up. I like to check the bookmakers odds, and they have Terence Crawford as a very, very, very slight favourite. You're getting generally 4 to 7 in UK odds. Sorry, I'm going to have to go with UK odds than the American odds. 4 to 7 for Crawford and 6 to 4 for Errol Spence. So it is razor close. You get 16 to 1 on a draw if you fancy a draw, which might not be a bad shout. But yeah, great fight. It's been a long time coming. We're all eagerly anticipating it and cannot wait until they are in the ring and that bell goes.